Hey guys, it's Saralamon. Well, the E3 hype is upon us and we got our Kingdom Hearts gift. A full-length trailer for Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue that was packed with tons of new material. I really enjoyed this trailer and luckily I was able to pull out a lot of interesting things to look at from the trailer. I'm gonna walk you guys through the trailer and point out what I noticed. Who knows, maybe there are some things you missed. Let's get into it. The trailer begins with that Dream Drop Distance HD. And I mean, there isn't much to say. Dream Drop Distance is Dream Drop Distance, just in HD. But ooh, that new logo animation looking slick! In the little gameplay we do get from Dream Drop Distance, there is no HUD shown. Man, I'm really interested in seeing how they rework the HUD for HD. I don't want that thin HP bar from 3DS, I want a nice thick HP bar. You know what I mean? And a command deck that shows 3 slots instead of 2. But I guess we'll have to wait and see that another day because this gameplay is just raw. In terms of what's in the actual gameplay, we see Sora going through a dive mission and Riku using an attack that hits nobody. Wonderful. Anyways, other than that, nothing noteworthy, just raw cutscenes looking all HD-ified. Anyways, enough lollygagging. Let's move on to the good stuff.
Be gone!
Here we are. Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage. Wonderful name, isn't it? We start out with a scene of Aqua approaching the Castle of Dreams in the Realm of Darkness. Castle of Dreams is a world many people suspected would appear because it's shown in the Birth by Sleep Volume 2 teaser from the Birth by Sleep Final Mix secret ending, but now it's confirmed. Aqua, however, does not make it to the castle because of this clock, which caused the road to collapse after it passed midnight. It passing midnight is likely a reference to the actual movie Cinderella, where after the clock struck midnight, Cinderella would lose all magic the fairy godmother granted to her for the ball. Nice nod to the movie. This sets it up so that it looks like the main objective in Kingdom Hearts 0.2 is to find a way to the castle, where the episode would likely end. We transition into gameplay and oh my god, look at that scenery! I really like the aesthetic where you can see the influence of the Realm of Darkness on these fragmented worlds, and the corrupt influences visible at every turn. Broken bridges, rubble everywhere, dark particles floating around. As Aqua traverses this world, it all looks and feels very dreary to me, which fits the Realm of Darkness perfectly. Aqua slides down a slope as she approaches it. This is a feature that's implemented into Kingdom Hearts 3 as well, where when Sora approaches slopes, he will slide down. Movement in general has been changed to be more natural, and we'll see more of this later. While she's sliding, we can also see that she targets the lampposts around her. This happens all throughout the trailer. We can guess that she can do this because she can use the environment for parkour to get around. Don't get me wrong, there is no hint of flow motion in this trailer, but plenty of interacting with the environment. Whether or not she uses the actual sparkly, shiny flow motion in 0.2, or she just has a knockoff brand without the shine, we won't know for now, but I definitely suspect the concept is there. It may be considered free running instead of flow motion. Now, looking at the HUD, it looks extremely similar to the Kingdom Hearts 3 HUD that we're used to, except this one will be fully functioning the whole time over the course of the trailer. No unlimited MP, she actually takes damage and uses the shortcut menu, it's all there. Her shortcut menu has that clean tab system going on, just like Sora in the last Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. Speaking of menus, the battle system is confirmed to be the command menu combat similar to Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Yes, a big victory for me. I was hoping for no command deck. Still, Nomura has made it clear that 0.2's gameplay is a hybrid of Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 3, and we'll see small elements of what he means by hybrid a little bit later on. We also see the focus gauge on her HP bar just like Sora has in Kingdom Hearts 3. It alternates from saying focus and max when it's full. The max is similar to the drive gauge in Kingdom Hearts 2, letting you know that, yeah, it's full. The strange thing is the focus gauge seems to be the only part of the HUD from this trailer that does not deplete at all. We don't know if it's supposed to be depleting when Aqua uses moves such as Spellweaver, or if she has more abilities up her sleeve such as a possible shotlock that's not shown in this trailer. So for now, we do not know which of Aqua's specific abilities would affect the focus gauge. And finally, her face icon is... are they really going with this render of a 3D model idea? I accepted it before because I always thought of it as like a placeholder, but now, even in the 0.2 trailer, this 2D render thing is still here. I'd prefer 2D illustrations or the moving 3D heads from the Jump Festa 2013 trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3. But I'll admit, Aqua's icon looks a lot better than the atrocious Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora face. During this slide sequence and the rest of the trailer, we see that as Aqua falls down and around that she does have that floaty feel about her that I don't like. But you know, she looks even floatier than Sora did in old Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers, and maybe the floaty aspect of this trailer is just because that's in Aqua's character and style. I hope this is a character exclusive thing rather than an all-around Kingdom Hearts game feel thing, and because of that, I will no longer dwell on it. Here's a new scene where Aqua cartwheels off a building onto the ground, confirming that her cartwheel from Birth by Sleep is still her dodge tool. Let's just hope it isn't an infinite invincibility cartwheel this time. Now, notice how she lands on the ground and she has an impact animation. Everything feels more real now and there's more attention to detail when falling from larger heights. In the older games, you can fall from any ridiculous height and the characters will be like, oh, it's just a casual Sunday jumping off from giant cliffs, blah blah blah. I'm not asking for fall damage or anything new, but this type of detail is a welcome addition. Also guys, take a good look around. The scenery and buildings of this broken area Aqua is exploring doesn't look very much like Castle of Dreams. It's actually been leading a lot of people to believe that Aqua is exploring some kind of fragmented version of Daybreak Town, because the building architecture here is similar to the Daybreak Town buildings we see in the 2.8 screenshot released earlier this year. However, the Daybreak Town buildings have purple rooftops and these have brown rooftops. And I was gonna say this is probably Daybreak Town anyway, until I looked upon further inspection and I looked up what the village in the movie Cinderella looks like. And you can see a lot of the buildings down below in the village area definitely look similar to these buildings here and have the same brown rooftops. So I'm going to go ahead and not go with the whole Daybreak Town theory on this one, even though that is a popular thought going around. Personally, I'm going to go ahead and side with this being Castle of Dreams, because looking at the screenshot of the village from the movie Cinderella, it does look quite similar. It even has a fountain down below in the town square that looks similar to the fountain Aqua is found fighting at later on, so nah, I'm not gonna go with the whole Daybreak Town thing. Moving along, at any point in this trailer where you see Aqua running around and exploring the world, you'll notice the world doesn't look very open. It all looks like a rather small, condensed, broken up area. The edges are very clear, and whether or not you can explore past these edges is unknown. Some of the world design actually reminds me of the worlds in all the older Kingdom Hearts games. A bit closed off, that is if those are barriers around her though. I mean, hey, maybe she can go and explore beyond these edges, but for now, we don't know. Next up, we see the battle scenes. First thing to notice, Aqua has an objective in the top right corner. Collect 5 gears. I'm sure these gears must somehow be used to get her over to the Castle of Dreams. Maybe she uses it to turn the clock backwards to before midnight so that she could restore the bridge? I don't know. And on to the battle. Aqua here shows off another one of her abilities returning from Birth by Sleep, Double Flight. Her double jump move is used to get her to the top of the fountain to this Heartless. If we keep looking closely, you can also see that in the back of this image, there seems to be a glowing item on this little spiraling platform here. It looks like it's probably one of the gears Aqua needs to collect. Going back though, under Aqua we can see our first few orbs from a defeated enemy. Looks like a couple of MP orbs and this yellow one that has a striking resemblance to the drive orbs in Kingdom Hearts 2. These must refill the focus gauge, and the similar design just further reinforces the idea that this new gauge here that we have been seeing is the replacement for the drive bar. We can also see that Aqua has the scan ability equipped. This is our first time seeing what scan looks like with the new HUD style. I like it, it looks slick, and it actually works when Aqua attacks the enemy too. At the top of the fountain, we see our first new Heartless design. The dark look of it reminds me of the bat enemy things from the final Ansem fights in Kingdom Hearts 1. It's got that pure-blooded feel. This one does have an orange glow on its head though, implying that the enemy uses fire attacks. Because this looks like a fire type enemy, it makes sense then, well at least to Kingdom Hearts logic anyway, that Aqua attacks it with a Blizzaga spell. And dang, that Blizzaga spell! It just blooms and has shards flying and looks really powerful and impactful. I like this Blizzard spell, okay? You've probably also noticed that all of Aqua's battle quote voice clips are just recycled from Birth by Sleep. It's weird because it looks like they have all the new cutscene dialogue recorded in English, so why are there no new battle cries? Let's hope that there are new ones when the game actually releases. When Aqua casts the Blizzard, she gets the option through a reaction command to activate Spellweaver. And this is where we get to see a glimpse of how Birth by Sleep's mechanics are mixing in with Kingdom Hearts 3's. Spellweaver is a command style in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Command styles are forced upon you in that game and are activated when you use certain types of commands against enemies. When in a command style, your combos are more flashy and you get a big finishing move after you build up enough meter. Seeing Spellweaver return for Aqua in some form is awesome, but it doesn't seem like command styles work quite the same as they did in Birth by Sleep. Aqua has the option of activating it upon casting magic instead of being forced into it like in Birth by Sleep. And if you do activate it, you have a timer for how long you can be in that state. And this timer is very similar to the shooting ride timer for the attraction flow in Kingdom Hearts 3. So I can really see that hybrid in Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 3 going on here. Moving on, we see our second new Heartless. This one looks like a bat thing, has wings. You know, it's actually kind of cute. Look at him doing that cute little spinny attack. Oh my god! Aqua just casted a ridiculous Thunder Gust spell. Like, what even is she? She's taking souls out here. Well, maybe the reason these spells look so ridiculously OP is because every time Aqua is using a spell in this trailer, she is also activating the Spellweaver with it. And if I had to take a guess, the special property of having Spellweaver is boosting your magic to ridiculous heights. In theory, at least. Who knows, maybe Aqua naturally has crazy spells, but for now I'll chalk it up to the Spellweaver activation. Like, one more time, just look at that thunder, dude! Holy! I need a glass of water. Next up, Aqua encounters a group of shadows that act as a mass entity. This here, I imagine, is the boss battle of 0.2. As you can see, she no longer has the task of collecting gears, and the castle is right there behind the Heartless. With the pathway looking nice and clean, she must have already used the gears. Also, you'll notice the swarm of shadows during the battle has 3 bars of HP, again, boss level health. This must be your final test of 0.2 before you get to finally go to Castle of Dreams, and you know, we'll get to that later. But first, how about the return of that almighty information bar, eh? Anyways, as we can see, the Heartless Swarm acts as one entity, but we also see that there are stray shadows on the loose in the battle. The shadows with yellow eyes are the strays and the outcasts of the group, and the ones with the orange eyes are part of the masses. The swarm goes up and crashes into Aqua. She takes damage, but for some reason doesn't stagger. That's not good. I hope it's just a small bug. Well, anyways, because she didn't stagger, she was able to bring up Barrier, a returning guard option for her from Birth by Sleep. Notice that when the swarm of shadows hit the ground, they all disperse into individual shadows. I imagine that over the course of this battle, the shadows can dynamically go from mobs to one entity, which is really cool. Also, it's really nice to see the pre-rendered shadows from the E3 2013 trailer actually becoming something, at least in 0.2. When Aqua attacks, her combo looks extremely similar to her general combos in Birth by Sleep, which means that it has that annoying pause-like hesitation between Keyblade slashes. Even so, it does look really smooth. I just don't like this pause feeling, and once again, I hope this is a trait of how Aqua feels to play, and not how all Kingdom Hearts characters in the future will control. I can accept it if it just turns out to be Aqua's fighting style. I can also accept it if it's just a product of not having combo modifiers, and since 0.2 is a very short experience, I kinda don't really expect it to have combo modifiers, so I'm not really gonna dwell on this combo thing for too long. It could very well turn out to be a non-issue in the actual Kingdom Hearts 3. Notice how in the barrier animation, and in between her combo hits, the attack command grays out and reappears, letting you know when you can attack again. That's a very nice new level of detail. Next, it cuts to a clip of Aqua using the finisher of Spellweaver. I imagine this activates when the 30 seconds are up, or you can do it manually beforehand. Spellweaver is a controllable drill-like attack, just like in Birth by Sleep. During this finisher, we can see no timer, probably because this only serves as a finisher to the command style, and not a part of the command style itself. Looking more closely at this Spellweaver, it's quite different from Birth by Sleep's. This Spellweaver is Blizzard themed. You can tell by its design on the HUD as well as that crystal-like shape we see above Aqua as she spins. Could it be that there is a different themed Spellweaver for each of Aqua's magic spells, since this one is themed after Blizzard? In Birth by Sleep, Spellweaver is just themed after magic in general, with no real nod to one type of spell. Maybe this time Aqua activated Spellweaver with Blizzard and that's why she's getting the Blizzard finish? Who knows, maybe Spellweaver's finish is always Blizzard themed in 0.2, but I suspect that maybe there are themes for the other spells as well. While she's spinning around, we can see that she's killing individual shadows as well as making the boss take damage, showing it's an area of effect attack. So, interestingly enough, the gameplay footage we got in the English E3 trailer was recorded separately from the Japanese footage. We can see that the HUD was in English the whole time in these clips, and because there are separate recordings, it confirms that the footage was from an actual real English build of 0.2. It's amazing to see something like that with Kingdom Hearts, as in the past, all trailers we ever really got were taken from Japanese builds, or we would get a trailer showcasing the English build after the Japanese game was basically already released. Because there are two separate trailers for recording gameplay though, we can see that the Japanese version of this trailer is slightly different. We get a different camera angle for the fountain fight, but this time we see the Heartless actually lets out an attack before the Blizzard. Aha! And yes, the Heartless does use fire attacks. Let's see, what else? We see an attack prompt appear while Aqua is in the boss battle. This is the same attack prompt that we saw when Sora activated Athletic Flow in the Jump Festa Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, and it confirms that they are in fact buttons that fit in the black holes from before. But the weird thing is, why is this prompt even showing up? What exactly is going on in this clip? It looks like Aqua tries to jump and attack the swarm, but gets deflected and takes damage instead. We also see here that the attack slot on the command menu shows some other text while the prompt is on screen. After translation, it appears that this is the text for Counter Blast, the move where Aqua blocks and counters in Birth by Sleep. If that's the translation, it's a mystery why this is even here, as Aqua is clearly not coming off of a block in this gameplay. Very mysterious. Well, these will remain unanswered questions as there's no way of knowing what is going on in this clip. Moving on, we get to the big plot twist cutscene of the 0.2 trailer, and just wow, look at that Aqua model. Sure, you could argue the lighting is not completely perfect and she can look a little rubbery, but this is definitely better than the models looked before, and because of how key back cover looks like in this trailer later on, I'm not really worried about this one slightly rubbery shot. Besides that though, the model looks pretty perfect to me. Look at how everything on her outfit just pops, the laces, the crest, none of it at all is flat and it looks great. You can see the seams of texture on her outfit, it's so detailed. This is something we'll actually see on all of the clothing later on in the back cover trailers as well. Besides Aqua though, this scene looks like it will take place at the very end of 0.2. It looks like Aqua has made it to the castle. The red staircase is very similar to the same area in Birth by Sleep, and what? Is that the Terra? Well, it sure looks like it, but I mean, is it really him in the Realm of Darkness? Well, the answer to this question may be hidden in plain sight, right in front of us. What do I mean? Well, this scene looks extremely similar to Aqua's encounter with Terra in the Castle of Dreams. Surely she remembers that encounter, right?
Wait! Aqua!
Terra! Terra, Ven ran away from home.
What?
I mean, she's right in the middle of missing her friends, even right before Terra appears. Here's the big kicker. Earlier in the trailer, when the gameplay begins, Aqua says this.
Not even memories are safe from the darkness.
Not even memories are safe from the darkness. I feel like this Terra is an illusion, a hallucination generated from either the Realm of Darkness being crazy itself or Aqua's own mind. She's seeing a replay from her memory. I imagine this line of dialogue that she spoke, not even memories are safe from the darkness, is what she says in a cutscene after she sees that this Terra is merely an illusion, perhaps a product of her missing her friends so much. Seems like the perfect line for her to say out loud right after this Terra comes in and fades away as a memory or something, is it not? That's what I believe anyway. The hint is right there in the trailer. Woo, that was a lot. But sit tight because there's a lot more to cover with Kingdom Hearts Key back cover, the movie of this collection. I want to warn you though, because of the content of the trailer, I will go into detail about events that can be considered spoilers, major spoilers for Kingdom Hearts Key, the Japanese browser game, but also a bit of Unchained Key spoilers. I'm mentioning that there are going to be spoilers now, but I will give you guys a true heads up when I'm about to truly go into the spoiler territory. So you can keep watching for now, and I will give you guys an annotation to skip the spoilers if you don't want to hear it. Alright, it's gonna get a little crazy here. The trailer starts out with a hooded man over Daybreak Town with a dandelion in his hand. A dandelion. Haha, very funny, Nomura. I'll explain later if you don't get it, no worries.
This world is full of light.
His voice doesn't sound like any Kingdom Hearts characters we know of at the moment, and he is most likely a new character. We'll see him again later on in the trailer. Next, we see the foretellers in a heated discussion about the so-called traitor, whoever that may be. It looks as though Unicornis, or Master Ira, has accused another foreteller here of being the traitor, and it set Ursus, or Master Aced, off. Also, shout out to Unification for pointing out that Unicornis is the only foreteller to have red eyes in his headpiece.
What? Did you expect the traitor to give themselves up with that accusation of yours? That was foolish.
Aced, that's quite enough.
You'll notice that Anguis calls Ursus Aced. That's what Aced, look. In this trailer and in back cover itself, the foretellers will often refer to each other by their real names rather than their faction names. So Ursus is Aced, Unicornis is Ira, Vulpius is Ava, Leopardus is Gula, and Anguis is Envy. Please forgive me over the course of the analysis because I'm not entirely sure on the pronunciation of all of them yet. But can I just stop and say, wow, that kingdom shader on these characters looks absolutely stunning. Like, honestly, the way these characters look with the correct lighting, like this, just makes them look amazing. It reminds me of the look of actual Disney films, and now I can truly see the potential of what direction they were going for with the new art style. I approve very much. So anyways, Master Ira is accusing someone of being a traitor, and Aced is getting very defensive about it. Tensions are high within the foretellers, and Master Ava is clearly not happy. This is probably a driving force in some of her actions that we'll talk about in a bit. Next is a scene with Ephemera, and oh god, I'm sorry, but again, this just looks so good. I have to say Ephemera is probably the most natural, best looking character in all of this 2.8 trailer. Seriously, he looks great here. Anyways, this here is actually a scene from the Kingdom Hearts Key browser game where Ephemera asks about the book, which if we look at the translation is confirmed to be the Book of Prophecies, to where Ava just shuts him down. The rest of the scene that the trailer doesn't show is her building trust with Ephemera. She says he seems like the type that isn't bound to unions. This is a key factor that Ava is looking for within wielders, and once again I'll go into detail a little bit later. And now we are back to our mysterious hooded figure. He is quoting the final page of the Book of Prophecies.
Darkness will prevail, and the light expire.
This is the same quote Xehanort refers to in the Kingdom Hearts 3 E3 2015 trailer when speaking to Ericus. And that's not the only young Xehanort vibe I get from him. Just look at him, standing in a beautiful field with petals floating in the wind. It really reminds me of a scene of young Xehanort in Dream Drop Distance.
This world is full of light.
Beautiful world, isn't it?
I don't know, dude. This guy's just asking to be compared to young Xehanort. Now, do I actually think this is young Xehanort? No, not at all. I'll make a video focusing on his identity mystery another time. But I did want to bring these young Xehanort vibes I'm getting to attention now. Parallels for a long time have been a very prevalent thing in Kingdom Hearts, and it seems like it's happening a lot with Kingdom Hearts Key. We'll see another parallel with other characters later in this trailer. Moving on, Ira seems troubled. Some incident has occurred that is not appearing in the Foreteller's Book of Prophecies. Perhaps whatever this event is that he's talking about is the reason that they are led to believe that there is a lost page. Or someone here is going against what the book says and is rewriting history right in front of their eyes. It's not very clear which right now, but I'm banking on the first one probably. Oh dude, come on, you see this guy I said? I haven't known him for very long, but he really enjoys getting hostile and attacking people. It looks to me like Gula is raising his Keyblade, I think in defense, at him. Ased is having trouble even walking towards him and looks weak, but it's not stopping Gula from sweating about it. Like, actually sweating. Ava walks in on them and yeah, he's gone. I can only assume Ased was the aggressor in the situation, and the reason he's acting this way might be hinted at with what he does next later on in this trailer. But first, back to Hooded Man! Ira is asking Hooded Man about preventing the war, and you'll notice Hooded Man is acting a little different. First off, his voice is completely different, and his body language is so unlike the stiff, darkness-hungry man we saw before. Could this be a completely different character? Personally, I don't think so. I suspect he just puts on an act when talking to the Foretellers so that he can manipulate them. Act carefree with them, go into dark, edgy, I'm gonna take over the world mode when they aren't looking. Sounds about right. Anyways, let's play the voice actor game for a second. For this Hooded Man's silly voice, it actually sounds like Haley Joel Osment, the voice of Sora and Vanitas.
Isn't it our duty as Keyblade wielders to prevent this war from taking place? Not possible.
I also looked at the Japanese version of the trailer, and it seems the voices are still similar enough in that version too. Now, I am in no way saying that this character is Vanitas, because I'm just saying the voice actors may be the same. His Sora-like body language isn't helping his case either. This is only speculation though, nobody knows who the voices of the characters are for sure. But hold up, go back, and pause. The zipper of his robe has some sort of symbol on it. It doesn't explicitly match any Kingdom Hearts symbol I know of right now, but it looks kind of similar to the Nightmare and Unversed symbols. Do you think it's related to these in any way? We do know that Dream Eaters exist in Kingdom Hearts Key, as Kiriti is one. And we also know that people can also in some way act as Dream Eaters, as that's exactly what Riku did in Dream Drop Distance for Sora. Does that make me sure about this guy? Not at all. The symbol's really interesting though. The Hooded Man saying it's not possible to stop the war doesn't surprise me one bit. This impending Keyblade War of Doom is a very prevalent theme in the Kingdom Hearts Key browser game, often also referred to as the end of the world. Different people are making different preparations, but nearly all characters accept that they have to go to war and see it through and perhaps raise their Keyblade themselves. Okay, back to that crazy Ased guy. He's fighting Envy now, and the conversation is very interesting. Ased insists that he's only going against the Master of Masters' teachings to protect the world. Here is where we can draw another parallel. Ased is going against the Master's orders with good intentions at heart, just like Terra in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep.
We need to defy the Master's teachings to protect the world.
You may be my master, but I will not let you hurt my friend! What I do for friendship.
The connection to Terra has always been there with the similarities in Keyblades and all, but this just solidifies it even more. On the other hand, Envy can be loosely paralleled with Aqua. Aqua always insisted on following what Master Ericus told her to do was right.
You're saying he was wrong?
And what is this dangerous task, Terra? It doesn't sound like what the Master told you to do.
The fight scene in general can be loosely compared to Terra and Aqua clashing Keyblades in Birth by Sleep for their Mark of Mastery exam, except the reasons here for it happening are very different. Now, with me giving you all these parallels, I am not insisting on reincarnation theory, these are just themes worthy of taking notice to. Hidden in that fight scene though, is Gula looking over and seeing Ava going out somewhere at nighttime. It probably seems suspicious to him. The scene after that shows a bunch of player characters, Keyblade wielders from different factions all lined up listening to Ava giving orders. So, what exactly is going on with Ava? Well, this is where the big spoilers come in, and I'm going to have to explain a key plot point from the browser version of Kingdom Hearts Key. So I have a rough understanding of what's going on from Ava's point of view, and here's what I think. Ava in this scene was probably going out to recruit dandelions. Here's what I mean. Ava is looking for strong-hearted wielders that are not bound to a union. She is discontent with the tension within the foretellers and keeping her plans a secret from them. In Kingdom Hearts Key, Ephemera goes missing early on in the storyline, but your character still sees him in their dreams. The dreams give your characters ideas on where to find him. While you are out trying to find him, Ava tests your character's strength of heart when you're trying to infiltrate the clock tower. Once she determines that your character has a strong heart and doesn't get swallowed by anger and sadness, she invites your character to the dandelions. Ava refers to the impending Keyblade War as being the end of this world. She knows that all who fight in the war will most likely die. Because of this, Ava, behind the other foretellers' backs, recruits Keyblade wielders she deems worthy so that she can preserve their lives and they can live on in the quote-unquote next world. Ava, through her talks with Ephemera, found him to be very smart, and he got closer and closer to the truth very quickly. Because of this, Ava asked him to be the leader of the dandelions. So what are the dandelions? Dandelions are these superior Keyblade wielders that Ava has picked to go on and survive beyond the Keyblade War. And the dandelions are the guys we see standing here, taking Ava's orders, as this final scene here is actually a scene that exists in Kingdom Hearts Key. What we're seeing is Ava prepping all the dandelions for their training. What is this training? This training is imitating all the missions they have completed until now. Ava in Kingdom Hearts Key already mentions that Ephemera is in the Unchained. What I think is going on here is Ava is going to take all these dandelions and seal them to the Unchained, and the Unchained is again where Ephemera is. This is where they will do their training, aka repeats of the missions they have already done. Wait a minute. So the dandelions repeat all of their missions in a place called Unchained, while the war goes on in the real world. Ah, that's right. Dropping a little bit of a small bomb here, but I believe the game Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key is this training. All the players of Unchained Key are these dandelions chosen by Ava to survive on and wake up after the Keyblade War in order to keep Keyblade wielders alive and spread to other worlds. They are probably the only reason Keyblade wielders still exist in present-day Kingdom Hearts.
When the time comes, and there is war, you mustn't fight, but instead you must fly away from here to the world outside.
So basically, Ava in this scene is sending all these wielders to go play Unchained Key, in a nutshell. Was that a little too much? Did I go overboard? I'm sorry if I did, but I did want to explain what was going on in this scene, and I also gave fair warning. Moving on though, ending the trailer off, we see a release window of December 2016, and the most shocking part, it's worldwide. A worldwide release date, that's insane. This is great news and basically guarantees Kingdom Hearts 3 will also be getting a worldwide release. I don't have to buy Japanese 2.8, boys, I'm so happy. The trailer also ends by telling us that we can expect more news on Kingdom Hearts 3 this winter. So Square's kind of pulling a similar thing they did with the FF7 remake when they revealed it at E3 last year. They said more news this winter, and then it appeared at the PlayStation Experience. So this kind of makes it seem like Kingdom Hearts 3 is not going to be at E3, and if it's not, honestly that's fine. This trailer was more than enough for me personally, and I'm glad that we even have confirmation that yeah, we'll be seeing Kingdom Hearts 3 this winter, probably either at Jump Festa or PlayStation Experience. Anyways, that completes my trailer analysis for Kingdom Hearts 2.8's E3 trailer. Oh my god, that was a lot of work. I would really appreciate a like, favorite, comment, a hug, just give me anything you got. I gotta go take a breather. I've been Sir All-in-One, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.